Today, I'm going to show you how to create a basic RNB chord progression, a smooth one, matter of fact, in the piano roll. And we're going to go to the scale highlighter tool. I already selected G sharp minor natural. That's one of my favorite keys to play in, so we're going to continue with that. I'm going to go to the root note, the bass note, the first note that you're going to play. That's between C3 and C4. And I'm going to select that. I'm going to select G sharp. I'm going to play with D sharp, F sharp, sorry. And then I'm going to go to D sharp, and then I'm going to go back to E flat. In this case, if you're a music theory police. All right. And then we're going to pitch it one octave up, and we're going to play it. Okay, that sounds okay, but it will sound a bit better with a bit of more notes. So we're going to automatically skip one note every time. For example, you're going to skip from A sharp to B. Then we're going to skip from C sharp to D sharp. And then we're going to go to F. And that sounds smooth already. And then we're going to skip one note again with the next chord, which is G sharp. We're going to go to A sharp. And then we're going to select D sharp as the main root. In this case, this will work perfectly together, as you can see. And then the next note, we do the same thing. We just skip one note. And as you can see, it will follow a pattern right here. And that will create a bit of tension with this chord. And then you already know what you're going to do with this one. So you just skip one note every time. And one of these notes will follow each other at one point, which will create familiarity and also a fire chord progression. Now, most of the work is done. Now we're going to do the minor things that you should be doing with your chords. So we're going to select it. You're going to play with the strumming. You press Alt and S, and that will make the notes play a bit, delay it a bit so it can create a bit of a realistic effect. Honestly, you can't play all the notes at the same time realistically. And the key is you want to make it sound realistic and smooth as possible. Now we can do that with the strum function. And let's see which one works together. Okay, that's a little too much. Now that's perfect. Okay, that's good. And now we're gonna play with the velocity, which is how hard do you play your keys, for example, your chords. So I'm gonna press Alt and R, and as you see, it automatically plays with the velocity. You can't play it hard because it will be a bit dull, but when you play it a bit lower, it's smoother, and that's good. And now we're gonna select the root notes, and then we're gonna pitch it. We're gonna copy that and paste it one octave lower, and it will sound good. And now we got a bit of tension and a bit of a bit of fullness to the chord progression. And now we can copy that over since it's a 2-bar loop now. And now you got an awesome chord progression. Technically, I don't know the terms of this, but music theory has taught me. Basic music theory is just making sure that things work together, communicate together. I'm not a perfect music theory teacher, but I know this is one of the techniques I've used for a long time to create smooth and fire chord progressions. Shout out to BusyWorks Beats and Chew for this amazing tip these two amazing tips with the scale helper and skipping one notes at a time. And this is what I've learned over the years of making beats, and I hope this helped you. And if you find this chord progression file is
parental advisory content,
let me know in the comments below. And if this helped you, leave a like and subscribe, and also go download the template that I made in the previous video so you can have a fire start to making your music and save yourself some time regarding mixing, and also cutting out some plugins and stuff which you don't need, which is already on the template. And some of them have time signatures, no time markers, to show you basic, song arrangements, shows you where the hook goes and all that stuff. So make sure you download that below. It's free and you don't need to do anything. You just need to open it and pop it open in FL Studio and select it. That's all you're going to do. I'm going to include a video of that in the file so you can do that. So have a good day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and make some awesome beats.